everybody. Russ Howard, the Canadian curling champion of 1987, and Clyde Austin of the Harlem Globetrotters. Our guests on your show. It's your call. We're going to have some fun tonight if you'll give us a call collect at area code 416. The number is 445-1811. And if you're in the Toronto area, simple. Just dial 445-1811.
The SRA Canada Throwback Series came to Las Vegas Motor Speed for race number 3 of the season after Nicholas Shelley made a weekend sweep last weekend for the SRA Slick Daddy Gen6 Series as well. Colton Davis was on the pole with Bobby Maiden, the third and second. Then was Marcus Richardson, Mark Newland, and Alex Peck, the top 5 with another big field of cars. We'll go around Las Vegas Motor Speed for 130 laps of racing action. And with the field as close and as tightly contested as it is, there's very little room for error and a lot of drivers are making moves. On the exit turn 4 at the end of lap 1, Marcus Richardson gives Colton Davis a little bit of a kiss on the right rear of his car. And as they would go down to turn number 1 to start line number 2, that may have rattled Davis just a little bit because he goes into turn 1 way too high into the marbles. Marcus Richardson and Alex Peck make it 3 wide. Bobby Maiden, the third, almost makes it 4 wide and exit turn number 2. And Marcus Richardson would start battling out for the lead and he would eventually claim it. But then, lap number 3, Bobby Maiden uses the low side to his advantage and gets a run the exit turn 2, but not quite enough. He was getting behind Marcus Richardson. He would stay there only for one more lap because he would get to the outside a lap later on Marcus Richardson down the back straightaway, and Bobby Maiden would take over the race lead for the second lead change of the day. And then Maiden would actually build up a very sizable lead as Marcus Richardson, David Schott, Bobby Zielinski, and many others were battling hard for positions almost similar to a pack at Daytona early on in the season. And then Maiden's lead would actually fall apart as he was coming out of turn 2 on number 18, was struggling with worn out tires, almost hits the outside wall on the exit of turn 2, and that would allow Marcus Richardson to rapidly close. And as it began lap number 19, Richardson would get to the inside, the exit turn 2, and he would make no mistake as he would go by Maiden, the exit turn number 4, and he would just clear him to take over the race lead. And then though Maiden, his day would get worse, and also for Colton Davis, as he was trying to fight to stay in the top 3, he slides up into Davis, and the pole sitter goes hard into the outside wall. He would continue on, but his day would come to a short and abrupt end. As Connor Anton decided to play pinball with Michael Guerrilla as well, he went 3 wide at turn 1. Davis goes up on his side. Guerrilla gets into the outside wall. Austin Roberts then spins Guerrilla, and behind them, Josh Robin would come flying in and get spun out by James Lehman, and that was the first caution of the race. And after the race on number 42, Marcus Richardson had even more company in Jesse Schwartz driving John Andretti. He's number 98, and as Schwartz was getting a run, he exit turn 4 and started to have a battle with him for the top spot. Behind him, Cedric Hunter barely clips Freddie De La Rosa, and that sends him up into Benjamin Nelson. They go smashing into the outside wall, and that was the second caution of the race. And also Aaron Cummings in the 42 had nowhere to go and blasted into the side of his car. Then lap number 49 on the restart, Nicholas Caressa would stay out on old tires, but that didn't pay off. Eric Taylor got a great run the exit turn number 2, and he would go by the exit turn number 1. The man scrambling through behind him would do the injuries with Bobby in the third. Then Marcus Richardson would take the lead back on number 66, but he was also in a dogfight with Sable, Derek Bordeaux, Alex Peck, and of course Jesse Schwartzwell in a massive fight for positions. Then Richardson and Sable was still at it. They were brawling in turn 1 and 2. Sable went to the outside, outbrake Marcus, then crosses over on the exit of turn number 2 on number 73. Would get to the inside, the exit turn number 2, and he would retake the lead entering turns 3 and 4. But then as they were starting to have green flag pits out of number 77, Alex Peck does not realize that Derek Bordeaux was pinning. He hits him and sends Bordeaux into the outside wall, and that would cause the third caution race to come out just as Steven was pitting. Then after the restart, number 89, Delonte Fowler gets into Freddie De La Rosa. He overcorrects, hits the wall, goes flipping on its side. Bobby Zielinski would then get spun by David Schott, and then Austin Roberts gets into Ariani, who goes on to smash the inside retaining wall, and that was the 4th caution of the race. And then a key moment of pit stops, Marcus Winston would actually beat Eric Sable off of pit road to reclaim the race lead at number 91. And though Sable wasn't done yet, as he and Richardson continued to fight all the way to 2 laps to go, Sable goes to the inside in turns 3 and 4. He tried his best to stay on Richardson's quarter panel, but he could not do it, and Marcus Richardson would go on to hold off Eric Sable and claim the win at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the SRA K&N Throwback Series. Your final results were Marcus Richardson, Eric Sable, Nicholas Shelton in 3rd, Alex Peck in 4th, Bob Zielinski 5th, David Shutt in 6th, Delonte Ballard 7th, Mark Newland 8th, Connor Anton in 9th, and Kyle Putz round out the top 10. And in the point standings, using the old Winston Cup scoring system, it would be Nicholas Shelton in the lead by 90 over Zielinski. Then it's Eric Sable, Delonte Ballard, Austin Roberts, Nick Northrup, Ariani, Kyle Putz, Bobby Cheney, and Michael Guerrilla will round the top 10 after 3 races in the season. We'll take a break and come back with the SRA Slick Daddy Gen6 series at the Auto Club Speeway.
Molson Canadian presents Extreme Velocity, Canada's largest and richest stock car race, the Mopar 500 Weekend. Cast Cards run 3 Castrol Super Series events. See factory race teams from across the country compete in Calgary. Friday and Saturday night tickets to Race City are just $10. Sunday afternoon's Mopar 300 feature is only $15 for adults, $2 for kids. Presented by Rock 107 and QR 77. What a weekend from Canada's finest motorsports facility.
Okay, guys, who's turning 50?
Do I look 50? Hey, I just turned 40. Not me, he's the older one. Older but faster. Yeah, right.
Well, who is turning 50?
NASCAR is. And Excite NASCAR Select is celebrating with the Big 50 celebration. Win NASCAR race tickets or the grand prize.
An MBNA MASCAR worth $50,000.
Thanks, I'll be right back.
Hey, thanks for
The Big 50 celebration. Enter wherever Excite NASCAR Select is sold.
Oh, well.
The SRA Slick Daddy Gen6 series have come to the Auto Club racing for their 3rd race of the season on a track that is very wide, very fast, and could also be very slick under the daytime conditions. It would be Colton Davis on the pole once again, with Bobby Zielinski in the number 2 spot, Alex Peck in the number 3 spot, Ariani 4th, and Connor Anton the top 5. And Bobby Zielinski was trying to get the lead away from Colton Davis in the exit at turn number 2. They were almost 3 wide. Zielinski would slide up just a little bit, and Davis would hang on to the top spot. But then at lap number 2, Davis got wide in turn 1. Zielinski got to the inside in the exit at turn number 2, and he would go by the exit of 4 to take over the race lead for the first lead change. And then the first caution, lap number 15, wouldn't fall. Oh, Nicholas Shelton. He got loose in the exit turn 2, overcorrect, hit the outside wall right in front of David Washington. They both would go spinning into the inside wall, and the first caution of the race would come out. Then lap number 21 after the restart, Freddie De La Rosa was on a charge. He passed Bobby Zielinski on the front straightaway entering turn 1 and 2, and then he would go to the outside, then cross over Alex Peck on the exit of turn number 2, and he would take over the race lead. As a lot of drivers were now realizing with Shelton out, their chances of winning then got a lot better. There was also some tight racing though further back in the field, with the likes of Derek Bordeaux, Connor Anton, and Eric Sable, Delonte Ballard, among others. These guys were brawling further back, fighting for elusive top 10 positions and valuable championship points. And this long green flag run would continue even just as green flag pit stops were ended with number 62. Derek Bordeaux passed the lap car. Amos looked down. He got loose off of 4, goes spinning harmlessly to the infield, and now would bring out the second caution of the race. But then a couple laps after the restart, Nicholas Caressel would get too low in turn 1 and 2, clip the apron, overcorrect, go spinning into the outside retaining wall, and Josh Robin had nowhere to go and would cream into the right side of Caressel. That was the 3rd yellow of the race on number 71. Freddie De La Rosa was still leading at this point, but he was having some company. Derek Bordeaux, who remember spun earlier in the race, was on a charge, taking the second spot away from Femi Olat. But just as he was perhaps maybe starting to have a challenge on De La Rosa, he got problems in turn 4 again. Slid up and hit the outside wall again, goes spinning on the front straightaway. He could not hang on and spins into the outside wall, and the Dards day was over. That was the 5th caution of the race. And then lap number 92 on the race start, David Shutt took 2 tires on the previous pit stop. He would inherit the race lead, but his lead did not last long. He tried everything he could to hold off Freddie De La Rosa, but De La Rosa got a run the exit turn number 2 would take the number 1 spot away, just as Bozlinski and Femi Olat were battling for second. But behind them, Ariani gets hooked by Bobby May in the third. They go crashing into the outside wall, and that would set up a 1-lap shootout. De La Rosa gets a terrific jump on Femi Olat, who then comes down in front of Bob Zielinski, and that would be all that Freddie De La Rosa would have, as everyone else was scrambling, trying to get positions further on back in the field. But up at the front, Freddie De La Rosa would come out to number 4, become the 3rd different winner of the season, and is also his 2nd career sim racing of 40 victory, winning the SRA Slick Daddy Gen6 series at Auto Club. The final results were Freddie De La Rosa with the win, Femi Olat 2nd, Bob Zielinski in 3rd, Connor Anton 4th, Dylan C. Jones with a top 5, Alex Peck 6th, Eric Sable 7th, Colton Davids 8th, Zach Hudson 9th, and David Shutt round out the top 10 after Auto Club. And in the points standings, Connor Anton continues to lead by 12 over Peck. Bob Zielinski and Yari are tied for 3rd. Colton Davis in 5th, Jared Darling 6th, David Shutt 7th, Eric Sable 8th, Brett Boncari, who was coming 2nd in the points, plummets to 9th. Nicholas Cressler and Bobby Chinney would be tied for number 10 spot.